on the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show on a Thursday. Whoops, it ain't Thursday, on a Sunday. On the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. You know what? You know what, everybody? We live. You know, they trying to clown me. They trying to clown me. Welcome to the Donna Smith Show on a Sunday. I wonder where my mind was in the moment saying Thursday.
You
Thursday
want the week to be over? You already ready for the week to be over? It ain't even started yet.
Man, I ain't even got my tail in there. And let me tell y'all, I am more than ready. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody to the Donna Smith Show, Grown Folk Talk on a Sunday. Right now, our panel consists of two of my regular diehards, Mr. Benjamin Smith and Mr. JJ Shepherd. They are here to help us get things started off. And if this is all we got, this is all we got, because we got you too. We got y'all. So make sure that you end up putting your information in the chat box, any questions, any feedback. If you want to hit me with an email to discuss anything further, dgrier12,000@yahoo.com. And when we get started, first of all, on our show, we have to do our hostess with the mostest toast for the beginning of the show. Gentlemen, where are your glasses?
No glasses. I can't be doing that stuff.
Ben, what is that?
It's called water.
It's a water bottle, and it's
transparent.
transparent.
It looked like a baby bottle. I was like, dude, really? Really?
Oh, that's what's up. Sucking on some baby juice, huh? Damn.
Let's toast, y'all. 1, 2, 3, go. And to many, many more. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and JJ got the coffee cup. Now, I want y'all to understand that he drink coffee late in the day like this. He's in Colorado right now. There is a time change. Are you, 2 hours ahead?
I'm 1 hour ahead.
Oh, just 1 hour.
I'm just 1 hour
one
ahead.
hour ahead of us. So it's only 8:06 out there right now.
I'm not drinking coffee. I'm using I'm not drinking no coffee.
I know you ain't drinking. Look, sit down somewhere. Just like Ben probably ain't drinking water, but I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Oh, come on now. I'm drinking water. I ain't got
you and John are notorious filling up the water bottles to make it look some kind of way. But I didn't say that though. I didn't say that. I'm just saying. But anyway, so wow, you guys, what a week it has been. We have had some very crazy weather in California going on. And before I get started with that, I would like to say that our talk today and every day, and especially today, our questions, our conversations are not meant to offend anyone. We are here to give you grown folk talk, dialogue, feedback in a grown and sexy type of way. So if a question or a conversation is not for you, we do understand if you just ride on by that one. But please don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked in, because something is going to probably strike your attention. And we'd like to welcome you today on the Donna Smith Show. Yeah. Clap, 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 clap. Not that kind of clap. This kind of clap. It's a difference.
Not this type.
Yes, that clap.
You done created that clap, huh?
We doing this clap, not that clap. Okay. There is a difference, grown folks. Okay. Let's get it straight now. Don't be playing with me now. But anyway, back to the weather in Cali has been off the hook. I don't know about Colorado.
Oh, yes, we're getting y'all's weather. Y'all bringing us all the snow that's supposed to be coming.
I thought it was supposed to rain. Did it rain Saturday?
Yes, it rained Saturday here.
Yeah,
Benjamin was in Nevada, and JJ's in Colorado, and I'm in Cali. And I'm gonna tell you, Cali was off the hook. Friday was good. You know, the mornings have been really cold, but then it gets really warm in the afternoon. But then Saturday it was all bad. I had to cancel a few appointments and do things differently on that day. And today was not too bad. It was not too bad at all. So we, I don't know. I think that this is supposed to be a good week moving forward. But we gonna see. Welcome, Mr. Timothy Mims. Thank you for logging in, and I know you can't hold up your glass right now. You missed the
I
toast.
got one for you. I got one for you.
Okay, well, click, click, clank then. Click it. Click it then. Click, click,
I
click.
got one for you.
We already did it, so you know what I'm saying.
No,
But
I'm chocolate click click.
yeah,
Okay,
clank,
okay,
clank.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
he got it in that big old
Yeah, he
pickle
got a nice.
jar.
Yeah, he got a nice mason jar
I
going
got
on
the
over there.
Yeah,
JJ.
that's
I
a
got the
mason
JJ
jar. Old
container.
school. Old
This
school.
container like JJ.
Okay.
So we were starting off talking about the weather and how it's been in Cali and everywhere else. And JJ was saying in Colorado, they've had snow going on out there. Ben was just in Vegas. It was chilly at night, but okay during the day.
Oh no, Vegas was cool.
It wasn't cold at night?
No.
I know somebody who just came from out there and they say the nights was kind of chilly. I got family
No,
that's going
I
out
was
there
out
this
there
weekend.
last night. Well, it was cold. It was cold at about midnight, but that's normal. But during the day, because I went to a restaurant at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I didn't have to wear a jacket or nothing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's glad to see you guys getting out and about. Are they still doing the mask mandate where you went? Did Vegas have the mask on?
No.
Oh, folks wasn't wearing masks?
No.
Wow.
I think
They-
I partaked a little bit myself too.
What about the
So,
restaurants? What
I
about the restaurants?
partake a little bit myself. Nope.
You took your mask off too?
Yeah, but wasn't nobody wearing no mask. I wore my mask when I got in line. I went to the Brazilian steakhouse.
Now is that
But
good?
oh my goodness, was it ever?
It's one in Oakland that I go to.
He said it's a chain. It's almost in every state, brother told me.
Oh Lord.
But
Leave it there.
Okay.
yeah, it
Well,
was going
wow.
down. So
Yeah, I got to get up to Vegas this year. I usually try to get there at the beginning of the year around birthday time, and I didn't make it this year, but I want to tip on through. The summers are extremely hot. It's like, I don't know. In Colorado, I ain't messing with it in no summertime. But I went to Colorado, but I went to Denver, Colorado in the winter one time. I'll never do that either.
Our weather is extreme out here because we're closer
Man,
to
it's
the
cold
sun.
as heck out there, my brother. It's cold and snowy and just if you a Cali girl like me, my family is all from the South and all that. But me and my brother, we from out here. And so if I'm visiting my folks that's, out like that, I'm gonna have to go when it's really comfortable weather. And I'm hearing that I guess the spring before you get to the summer, after the winter, springtime is usually good.
Yeah, it rains a lot, and it can
What
snow.
about the fall before you get to the winter?
The fall is perfect normally,
Okay.
but it goes right into winter though. Eventually,
what part of Colorado are you in, JJ?
I'm in southern Colorado. I'm 80 miles from Denver.
80 miles.
Yes.
How'd you end up there?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
How did you end up there? I thought you was in Colorado. What did you in? You in like what, Aurora or something?
Okay, yeah, I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've heard of Colorado Springs.
Yes. So I'm in Colorado Springs, which is 80 miles south of Denver. And the weather's pretty fair. But yeah, I drove all the way out here from Cali. And I've been out here my whole life.
Are you as they say, one in a million?
I'll say, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I am.
That's all right though. But that's all right though. I mean, you get in where you fit in and just do you. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Life is full of us doing us. We
That's
all one
real.
in a million. We all one in a million some kind of way. Because some is just crazy for real.
Yeah, but you feel more like it in different places, especially here.
Yeah, hello. Now you already know. Now you guys also know that they're talking about possibly making it a permanent daylight savings time out our way, huh?
Yeah, they talking about getting rid. They're talking about getting rid of it. Period.
I mean, getting rid of daylight savings time, but making it where it stays like this. I guess all the time.
The whole year. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, I kind of like it being dark late.
I don't like it in the winter time because you won't get no daylight. If they keep it this way, that's why they fall back. It's because you get at least a few hours and it's not so dark. But if they leave it like this, when you get off work at 3:30, it'd be pitch black.
No,
you get off at 4 o'clock.
Like this, it gets dark later.
No, it's summertime. That's why they do it. But if they leave it like this, that's why the reason why they do the spring forward is because they do the fall back. Fall back gives you an extra hour. If you work 8 hours, you getting.
We don't want to fall back. We want to spring it forward.
And then you'll be blind. So when January comes, you walk out there and you won't see nothing. You won't even be able to see your car. It'll be dark when you go to work, dark when you come home.
What is Ben talking about?
It gets dark at 5 o'clock in the winter.
You got what he's talking about, JJ? Do you have what he's talking about?
I get it. I just think in certain regions, like in Colorado, we have a big old mountain that blocks our sun when it goes down.
Welcome,
we don't have it like hi.
Welcome. We know you're doing a few things too. Everybody doing something, but y'all on here. That's all that counts. That's all that counts. What's that? Sisters on here. Last week they clowned me because there was no women on here.
It was a new man. It was another dude on here.
Oh, he ain't new. He just popped on in again, but
I just said another man. Shoot, I want to see. I asked her if she got any female friends. Like, what's the deal?
She got. I said I have some. I don't know where they at. But we see Sharon in the kitchen, so we know where she at right now. Sharon, you got to hold up your glass. You can't come on the show without holding up your glass. Hold up something.
There you go.
Yes.
Is that water?
That's water.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, right on, sis. Okay,
I like your kitchen.
Got my grandbabies. They sleep right now.
Oh, okay. So when you make a mad dash, we gonna know they woke up. So y'all beware. When she mad dash, they didn't woke up. So permanent daylight savings time. Now, have you guys heard about people stealing gas? The gas ban?
Ooh, yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
What is going on? How are they being so risque and clever enough to be stealing this gas from the pumps?
Worth a lot of money.
Yeah, you fill up enough containers, you can sell it. Not that I know anything.
These dudes got a pump. They got some kind of pump. They got a pump where they sucking out. They were sucking out like they had like a SUV. No, not an SUV, like a caravan, and they sucked out about 200 and some gallons. They had 2 vehicles there, and they did it 2 or 3 times. They talking about they took about 900 gallons of gas.
So how do you think they do it? They go in and what? Do they go in and pay for it, or in some kind of way they know how to sipe it from underneath the ground, or what?
They sucking right out his tank. They got the tank. They cover right over the tank and get that gas.
They told at my job. They went to the cut through the gate. We got gas pumps at the Caltrans yard. They went through the yard and they sucked it right out of the pumps and about 3 or 4 of the vehicles.
Did they?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
They didn't
That
got
wasn't on the
clever.
news. They weren't gonna tell nobody about that though, huh?
Nope.
And see, I mean, desperate times, desperate measures. I mean, I understand. I mean, gas is so freaking high, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm shaking my head. I ain't got no play money left. It's just ridiculous. The gas is sucking all my play money. I thought about going to the casino. I couldn't even go to the casino. I say, well, wait a minute. Then they talking about maybe a stimulus check for gas, $300 or something like that.
My mom was.
You heard about that, Sharon?
Yeah, my mom was telling me about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they're in
Lord
the process
Jesus,
of
please
trying to
stop
make
giving us
that
stimulus
happen.
checks.
Why?
Well, it's gonna be one for gas. So even if you don't have a car, you
Please
just gotta
don't
buy
do that.
some.
Yeah,
Please
no,
don't do
I
that.
give
Still
it
gonna
here.
get a gas check. So
Give
if
me-
you
give me
get a
that
gas
stimmy.
check,
Do you realize every stimulus check they give you is what's pushing the price of everything up? It's devaluing the dollar.
No, they owe us that money. We pay into that money. Our
Okay,
taxes pay for that.
you said what you and that $300 be worth $125. You better start. Y'all want no more of their money.
Our taxes pay for that. So we deserve that.
Okay.
That
I
money
know
that's
I
owed
went to
to us
Costco
anyway.
today.
So
I
give
went
me
to
my
Costco today to get some
stimmy.
gas, and I had a half a tank, and it cost me like almost $40 to get full. It was $36, $37. I say, you know what?
They're gonna hit you with that extra.
And
if
Costco
they
had
give
a
a
long
stimulus,
old
they're gonna go up
line.
another $2.
They had a long old line there. I really don't think Costco is that much cheaper than these other gas stations, but for some reason people are
Costco, Safeway got one too that's supposed to be cheap, right? Safeway got a cheap gas.
John know about that. John know about the
Safeway. I get it. I shopped and I ended up with not over, but I end up with $1 gallon discount.
Oh, because you're shopping with the food. That might be a good.
I take my rewards and I let them stack. Well, you can't stack them too long, but I use amount that I need to before they expire. And so
y'all gotta excuse me. I'm sucking on this sucker. It's all good though. I know it ain't ghetto. It's just good. It's just a good sucker. I'm sorry, John.
If the gas is $5.50, I'm paying $4.50.
Oh, that's what's up.
I was just about to tell y'all too, the price per barrel is going down, but they're making the prices go up. I don't know if y'all paying attention to that. But they've been saying that on the news that
they add it, so the tax it goes up. Sometimes it'll go up around the tax part. Like you say, not the barrels of gas. It's not that price, but it's the price on the tax because one state, I forgot, that raised the tax on the gas. It was like almost 49 cents. So just think if you pay, for instance, if you pay $5.50 a gallon, 50 cents of that is the state tax.
Okay, got you. Got you.
Okay, so
So it's a little more than that in California, though.
But I wonder is that
they say it's almost $1.50, huh?
Yeah, California crazy.
I wonder is that $300 gas thing they talking about? Is that going to be like a monthly thing?
No, I don't think so.
While the gas is higher, that's going to be a one-time thing.
That's going to pay for 2 tanks of gas on a Hummer, and that's about it.
That's messed up.
You better leave that Hummer at the house, boy, and get you shoot, they need to bring the Yugo back messing with these prices, shoot.
You need to get a Tesla. Thing about it, can't nobody afford one, really, though. But that's what you need.
It's a bunch of them on the road.
It's a lot more on the road I'm seeing. They not really the cutest cars in the world.
You know what I like? That new Volkswagen, the ID4.
I saw
like
that one. Yeah, I like that one too.
That's 100% electric.
But when they saying it is not all that. because when you get the extras, you got to put that on yourself. And she's saying how the material of the car feel. My brother, he very disappointed with it. He
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, he said the only thing you really paying for is the engine technology. You know,
It's just
other than
something
But
that,
they
about
get
looking
free.
for.
They get free electric for like 2 years though. They don't pay for no electricity. They go to
you
what is
have
it
to buy.
called?
Mm-hmm.
One of those electric places,
But you
but you
got to
got to
go to a
find out where
Tesla.
they're at.
That's
You got
true.
to
They
go
don't
to
have
a
enough
Tesla
electric.
one.
That's true. They don't have enough electric pumps per car that's out. So that's what's going on. That is true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
And see, when you
So,
gotta, when
See,
it's time
money.
to get your
Where you
gas
going?
on, the convenience
What did he say?
is going to a gas
You,
station that you see almost on every block. But when you got these electric cars, you gotta find wherever the nearest electric thing is, and you gotta you don't know if it's gonna be a space for you,
that's right.
and
That's
Come
right.
on now.
how
It's
long
just
do you
like
have to
gas
let your
stations,
car charge up? They should
but
just have an
it
outlet
don't
at the
take that
house or
long.
something.
It don't take that long.
Yeah, but
Oh.
with your gas, all you gotta do is pump and go. With electric, you gotta sit there for a
Well, it's been
minute.
established longer, man. You guys, you can't fight technology because it hasn't been established as long as gas. Gas been around for generations, so
So have
electric ain't been like that.
the electric has been around for a long time, actually for over a century. But what's happened is the gas companies have, they have the power
Yeah, make
and
more money.
Yeah.
they make more money. So now they're coming out with electric cars, but we could have been had electric cars in the late 1800s. You can
Yeah.
research that. You can Google that. So.
Wow. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm still in the middle of what to do with all this. But moving right along, you guys. We would much respect and saying goodbye to the Maury Povich show after 3 decades.
Yeah.
He's gonna be going
Yeah.
bye-bye. And Wendy Williams also in the fall will be replaced by
Yeah.
Sherry Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be leaving her daytime show. They both have done exceptional jobs, kings and queens of the talk show, the Maury show, man. Who's going to tell us who the baby daddy is? That's what I want to know.
Trisha, Judge Mathis, maybe, because Star Jones is she's taking over divorce court, so maybe she'll do a paternity test on her show. There's plenty of other people that do paternity tests.
Somebody got to do that because
but
that
it's not
was
gonna be. It's not gonna be
that
as
was
ratchet.
that was the thing right there. That he is 100 plus my baby daddy. And then you get up there and Maury tells you, I'm sorry.
Are not
you are not the father. And the way you say it, man, boy, I'm going to miss that. You are not the father.
And then you got the women running away. Oh, no.
They running down the hall crying and stuff, knowing doggone well they knew they was with 3 dudes, around the time of conception. That don't make no sense. But anyway, Maury and Wendy, I wish you guys the best.
Yeah, we get mixed reviews for Maury because they're saying that he was detrimental to the Black community as far as displaying, that ratchetness that was going on. But
he wasn't making them come on his show. It wasn't like he put a gun.
That's true.
What about these other shows that they own?
It wasn't just Black people either.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I've been seeing a lot in the comments.
Oh, that's weak.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying good riddance to Maury, but Maury had a variety of things go on his show, and so did Wendy. She wasn't just gossip. She had all kinds of performances and stuff.
She did.
They will definitely be missing in the TV world. And
they will.
Sherry is entertaining, but we don't know exactly what she's gonna bring.
Wait, hold on. You can
she ain't got no booty.
She ain't got no booty, Ben.
She ain't got no booty either. So
Ben, we're not discriminating against booties, and booty is not.
It don't matter.
We're not even going there. You doing too much. You know what? But that's just like Jerry Springer. When Jerry, Jerry, man, he has some ghetto fabulous stuff going on his show. But I would still watch the Jerry Springer show.
He had more variety too. He didn't just show black people acting out. He showed the hillbillies acting out too.
Everybody.
He showed everybody acting out. So that's
right.
that needs to keep going. It needs to be equal representation for everyone.
We all got a little craziness in our,
That goes for
we
everyone.
all do.
That's true.
Well, good stuff, you guys.
Yes.
I wish them all the best.
I agree.
Good career, good focus, good people gonna be missed. Okay, now we're gonna go on to our inquiring minds want to know question of the evening, you guys.
Let me take a sip.
I hope I didn't do this one before. Okay. My dude invited me to his church. Before stepping into the building, he instructed me to not be clingy, not to trip on him talking or hugging other sisters, and to sit in the back of the church. And that he would join me thereafter. He said that he wanted me to be a part of his Christian mingles, but that he didn't want it to look obvious that he was fornicating or anything due to us not being married. I almost told him that I would sit in the car and call Uber and head back home. Was he out of pocket or what? Or was it just me? I haven't stepped inside a church in over 10 years because of that. Can someone please help me understand what I went through?
If he is ashamed,
is it that he may have been ashamed of her, or he was trying to make it seem as though he didn't do no, dating outside of marriage per se? I guess I don't know what.
I don't think we have the full scope of their relationship or the story. I feel like there's missing pieces to the puzzle.
Well, she said my dude, so we know they in a relationship.
That's true.
And but before they went into the church, he gave her the pep talk.
And there you have it. Why even bring her to church if you ashamed of her? If you fornicate, you not only perpetrating with her, you perpetrating with God. Why you gonna go to church and try to perpetrate and act like you not? It is what it is. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing.
I'm gonna have to agree.
We think he's is he ashamed of her, or is he ashamed of his dealings with her?
Yeah,
that's it. He got it. Get it, John. Get it. Yeah. You know what it is. He has something else in the church.
What he got, John?
He got something else going on.
He probably got several something else is going on.
So he may have sister Joyce and sister Irene. It may be something going on, and he don't want his cover to be blown with this new woman. But why did he, like Sharon said, why did he bring her to the church anyway?
Part of the game with her.
Because he what?
It can seem like, come on, I want you to go to church with me. So it sounds good to her. Until he told her she got to sit in the back by herself.
So would that sister have been out of pocket to say, I'm going to go sit in the car?
No.
No. She had been wrong for doing that?
No. And if she didn't drive, I would have said, I'm going to call me an Uber.
Exactly.
So
I wouldn't even announce the Uber. I would have just made that move.
Been an approach. Before they stepped in the building, she says, he instructed her. So at that time, she could have made the decision not to step into the church.
Exactly.
When he gave those instructions, she could have requested that he take her back to where he picked her up at.
He could have gave her the pep talk at the house and came, but he wanted to make her feel like she didn't really have a choice in the matter and make her feel uncomfortable, maybe, possibly.
It's part of all his game. That was the game.
Yeah.
Going to church with me.
I almost told him that I would sit in the car and call an Uber. She almost. So she didn't. She
so
went
she
on
went through the
through.
whole.
She went on and did what he had requested of her to do.
And what did she upset about it then? But she shouldn't have carried out that
She
request.
wanted to know. She said she hasn't stepped inside of a church in almost 10 years because of being treated like that. And she
He
want to
must have
know
been
from
her.
us, was that, was he out of pocket for requesting that and doing that? And what should she have done? How should she have acted and reacted in that situation?
She should have, if she was bothered with it, she should have just left. She should have told him. Well, she should have told him, I don't agree with this. Either take me home or I'll just leave.
Okay. So number one, this sister should have requested to go home or leave before she went inside the church. So by her going inside the church, she gave him the impression that she was okay with what he was asking her to do.
You feel it? Yep, she did.
And then why be mad then? You know, he didn't have a noose around your neck dragging you in there, right? I mean, come on now, help me out. Help me out.
Well, I don't think it should have.
Forced her into the church or not? And why are you having ill feelings about going to church behind a situation like that had nothing to do with the church? It had to do with that brother.
Exactly.
I was just about to say.
At you in that way. The church didn't have nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
Well, sometimes certain situations bring up bad memories, and she had ill feelings about it, and she didn't want to expose herself to that memory anymore, so she just stopped going to church altogether. But I don't think that's really helpful. I think if she really likes going to church, she should have gave it another try without him, or go to another location, go to another church, not that one, but that the guy took her to.
She's a heathen anyway, JJ. You know she a heathen.
Oh,
trying to blame it on the church.
I'm trying to be nice
baby.
about it. Here you go.
Hi. Look how big Jerron's grandbaby is now. Oh, he woke up.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
She got a jet on us in a minute, y'all.
No, you
Hi,
know.
baby.
Oh, let me see. I'm trying.
So big now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's being a grandmommy. But yeah, so this sister, there was a couple of ill things. The thing was a couple of things that went bad. He should have talked to her, like JJ said, before they left the house, about what his expectations were. He wanted her to come, but I need you to be cool, you know. Or if he did it outside the church, she had every right to say, that's not going to work for me. What are you hiding? I'm not comfortable with that. Take me back home, or call me an Uber cab, something, and let me get up out of here. But she chose to go inside, sit in the back, and let him do his hugging and ha-ha and he-heing with everybody. And probably, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm thinking he might not have even introduced her to anybody because he was trying to hide her from everybody.
But the cold part is when he said he didn't want people to know or assume he's fornicating or whatever. See, that show he a phony brother because he can't keep it real. You know, you hiding that. So what do he consider her?
He said that he wanted, and I'm sorry, you guys, we got a little feedback in the back, but that's because our brother is at a function. That's okay, John. He's at a function. We got a little feedback, but you guys can still hear us. I'm just appreciative that he did take the time out of his busy family day to join us. I respect that wholeheartedly, him and Sharon. He said He said that he almost, no, he said that he wanted her to be a part of his Christian mingles, but that he didn't want it to look obvious that he was fornicating or anything due to them not being married right now.
He phony.
So he's saying that he wants her to be a part of the Christian mingle once they're married.
He phony.
Or there's a lot of Christians who are dating who come to church together that's not married. Is it written on your forehead that you're fornicating?
Exactly.
He phony.
And who are you there to? Is it about appeasing everyone else, or is it your relationship with the Lord and getting the word and trying to correct some of them evil ways that you have? Oh Lordy. You know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about it? Just a couple sitting next to you that's not married? Are you sitting there the whole sermon thinking about, oh, they getting it on? I know they doing things they ain't supposed to do. Oh my goodness, they need to go up to the altar, get some hands laid. I mean, are you really that involved in people's business like that?
Some people are.
The ones who you think looking at you are doing the same thing you doing.
Just because you got a boyfriend.
The ones who know, the fact is, whatever you doing outside, they doing something too. You don't have to be the exact same thing, but that's not his concern. His concern wasn't about what people thought.
Yeah.
His concern about just knowing that she's with him. He was killing two birds with one stone.
So he had something else going on. He had. You think he had another sister in the pew?
How you gonna tell somebody to come somewhere with you, especially this church? You gonna tell someone to come to church with you, but then you gonna tell them they gotta sit in the back away from. Come on, for real?
That would have been a big red flag for me. I would have been like, you know what, Lord, forgive me, but I got to go. I got to go. I don't even think I would have went in there. I think the whole thing would have stopped outside. And if he had to put me in an Uber, bye. Thanks for stopping by, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye, baby.
Please, Sharon.
Bye. Oh, he's so big.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. He looked like his mommy.
Yeah.
That one looks like mommy.
Uh-huh.
The other one looks like your son. Look like y'all. Bye. So she is just she it's just a situation gone bad. It should have been handled differently on both sides of the fence. But you cannot fault the other person for not doing what you want them to do. You got to look at yourself. She could have stopped that early and not even partaked in it, and he would have got. And if he would have put me in an Uber, that probably would have been it and all. Anyway, it would have been done deal. I would have gotten an Uber, went on, but this little thing we thought we had, it would have been over. You see what I'm saying? So this sister here, first off, I would tell you, don't judge the churches based on that one bad experience that had nothing to do with the church. It was him. And I hope you haven't stepped inside of him in the last 10 years or had him step inside of you in the last 10 years. I hope you cut that loose based on what's going on with him and why he's trying to hide you and things of that nature. And I wish you good luck. Anybody else have anything else to say about that?
I feel like if you're a church going person, like on a regular basis, and that's a traumatizing thing, I think 10 years is a long time to not go. That's just my opinion.
It's a long time, and
that's a long time.
Why be bitter about the church? I mean, what is? Maybe that's just the thought, the traumatizing.
Well, you know the thing what people say. I left. I was called early to my ministry, and I left. And I left for over 10 years. But of course, I came back and I held some things. Like you say, why hold it? But we don't know because we don't know how it affected it. We don't know what it was,
Yeah.
you know, that caused it. Because there's some things that go on, like we see in movies or hear about. You got to think these people, these folks are members to them churches. You know what I mean? The ministries. So
Mm-hmm.
I think she needs to put away, like you said. Don't blame the universal church. It's that one person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she just needs to let go of that cat, put it out, and move forward.
Yeah, I hope that she has let go of him. I hate to tell people
Hey,
what to do.
I say this for people that are in that situation. If that situation come about, you need to go talk to the pastor at that church and find out what the deal is. You know, because that's the shepherd of the flock. That guy wasn't the shepherd of the flock. Go talk to the pastor. Don't give up your walk with Jesus for no 10 years behind some stupidness. Go investigate it and see what it's about, and don't be afraid.
So you saying that she should take that scenario that had nothing to do with the church to the pastor to let the pastor know how his behavior was?
No, ask him what should she do. Ask the pastor what she should do instead of just giving up on the church.
I don't think she shouldn't give up on the church, period. And whatever his situation was, she needs to first just cut that kind of way.
Yeah.
That's not good treatment. I wouldn't tell nobody to break up with somebody unless that person is just not good for you.
Yeah.
And it's clear to us. Not like, they treat you a certain way, why stay with them? And like being said, when you yourself don't let, if she's interested in that church, then she can go talk to that pastor. Or if she's interested in another church, go talk with the elders of that church. But yeah, like Ben said, don't let that cat dictate how you make your next move.
Absolutely. And that's good word of advice to her. I'm sorry she had to, experience that, but that brother was wrong. He was out of character, and obviously he has, it's two sides to every story, but it seems as though he was trying to sweep something under the carpet. He wanted her to get fed the word and be there, but he wanted to cover up something that was going on, obviously. Telling me to sit in the back of the church in them harder chairs. I can't sit up close where it's comfy and fluffy and be amongst. No, that's not good. So I wish you the best, my sister. And let us know how things worked out. There is another inquiring minds want to know. Okay, and it's a little sensitive. It's a person wrote in and they have a situation. It goes like this. I have decided to start dating Caucasian men. These brothers are a trip. They are not loyal and run away from commitment. Why? Most want to play the field and use Black women. I am tired of the wasted energy. There's this really nice, clean cut, sexy, and complimentary Caucasian guy at work that has been riding my heels. Should I check him out? Or should I just wait until another good African American man rings my doorbell? A sister in distress is how she signed it.
Well, she did a lot of generalizing right there.
Yes.
My first thought, this is just my first thought, and I'm sure people would feel the same about me in my situation, but he could have her. If she want to go to the white dude, go ahead, enjoy that. And enjoy.
Hey.
But if she wants to, like I said, she was kind of generalizing. I don't think we don't know how many people she's been dating black men. You know, we don't know how many black men she's been dating. So
Yeah.
um
Based on her choosing, her pickings,
mhm.
it's obvious she's had a couple of bad
Is she
relationships.
is she getting with a street dude? Is she getting with a corporate dude? Is she getting with
Yep.
well, you know what are her options? What does she like? You know what I mean? Is she messing with like a a rough tough type of dude, or is she messing with a lighthearted type of dude? You know what I mean? What's
Well, we
going on?
know that it
What's her
seems as
flavors?
though her focus is because she did emphasize. She said there's this really nice clean cut, sexy, and very complimentary Caucasian guy at work. So we know that clean cut is a turn on to her. Someone who compliments you is a turn on to her, and having sexy. So is that the
Hey,
type of
I put you
man
like
that's
this. I put you like this,
into?
sis. I'll put you like this. From the immortal words of the brother that passed away, do what you like. Do what you like, sister. Do what you like. I say that
What
just
brother
black
passed?
man
What
cheat, you
brother
find a
passed
fool.
away? What brother
Oh,
passed away?
Shock G passed.
Okay, I get it. Okay,
Do
do what you
what you
like.
like. But to think that, yeah, all men in all races, in all nationalities cheat.
You better say it.
So it must be something in her DNA that's making her feel that. So no. Don't put it on
Well,
brothers
Do
because you
you?
got cheated on. That's what you pick.
Okay. Let's flip it. Do you really feel? Because I've heard people say, they generalize. They say all men cheat. If a man tell you he ain't cheated, he's lying. If a man tell you he ain't thought about cheating, he's lying. All men cheat whether they have a good woman or a bad woman.
Why? See, we go back. This goes back to the girl going to the church with the dude, making it universal. Stop making it universal. Because if we saying, so are we saying, since you say one man cheat, all men cheat. So since one woman cheat, do all women cheat?
No.
Oh, no, how come? You just, I mean, if we gonna say because a number of men cheat, all men cheat. So if there's a number of women that cheat, then all women cheat. There's people even across the table. But you can't say all. You can't make it
all
all.
is a big generalization. I
Exactly.
personally, I don't agree with that. I don't agree, and some may not agree with me, but I don't agree with the fact that all men cheat. I mean, just like you said, John, does all women cheat? Because you got a few women that do what they do. I'm not a cheating woman. When I'm with one, I'm with one. Now, when I ain't with you no more, I do my thing. But when I'm with you, I'm with you. That's my focus. That's where my energy goes. And if it goes bad, then I'm gonna have to step out of that. And then I still need time to woosah emotionally before I connect with the next one, because I don't want to bring your baggage into my new situation. So I have to emotionally get rid of you. Now, so for somebody to say all women cheat, I would be offended by that because I beg to differ. So why should we say all men cheat? I believe that there are some men out there who, men are very visual, and there's nothing wrong with finding a woman attractive, seeing her big booty or her jiggle wiggles and all that. That's gonna, make him go woo woo. But that doesn't mean he's gonna jump in the bed with her. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean he's gonna try to get at her. He may holler at his partner and say, "Man, did you see? Did you see?" Women do that. Somebody walk by us with a 6-pack or just well groomed, fine as I don't know wine, and we gonna say, "Girl, woo, if I was single,
You
we
ain't even
gonna
gotta
say
have
that."
all that. You ain't even gotta have all that.
I mean, sometimes somebody may jaw drop you because there's some beautiful people out here. I mean, am I lying, JJ? You may say something that's going to jaw drop you.
As the jaws is dropping, sometimes the jaws is dropping.
You know what? Okay.
So
Okay.
this is why I
John,
say,
you're doing too much.
gotta
Just
make
because
it
the
even
jaw
across
drop
the
don't mean
board.
the draws drop. No.
No, I said sometimes. If I didn't, I'm saying
Men
it
are
now.
very, you can't tell me a fine woman ain't walked by you when you've been in a relationship that you didn't find very attractive. It doesn't mean that you wanted to jump her bones. You just found her very attractive.
Okay, she attractive. But you went to jaw dropping status.
Well, there is an exception. There's somebody that will walk by you that will drop your jaw. Your jaw. Not your drawers, your jaw.
You know, it's okay to look,
She
but when
got
you with
caught. She got
somebody,
caught, Jay. She got it.
I know.
No, I'm not gonna drop the draws because he's fine. Because you know what? All that is physical outer attraction.
But you know,
Yeah,
when
superficial.
you with
That is
somebody,
some
though,
superficial
when
stuff.
you
Give
with
me a
somebody
baboon any day.
and
I'd rather have a
your jaw is
baboon
dropping,
that's gonna treat me good and love me for me and have a good heart, a good mind, a good spiritual connection with me. And he can look like a baboon because he's gonna be the most beautiful person in the world to me with all those characteristics. So it's not about the look, but I'm saying sometimes you do see someone who's just absolutely gorgeous. And that's men and women. Women, we see gorgeous men too. But that don't mean we cheat. We may want our dude to lose his belly or something or his grow some hair. I mean, I don't know. We may think about something, but we're not going to cheat.
are
That's
you
just like
speaking
somebody.
universal wise? Is that a universal statement? Because you say we, so is that a universal? Because I heard you speak for yourself. I can go with that. But
Why y'all want to
is this
beat
a
me up
real?
after Sharon left? Why y'all want to beat me up after Sharon left? Why you want to do that?
I think Sharon would
Hey, don't
agree
put
with
me
you.
in it. I'm just over here laughing. Y'all off the
Y'all doing
chain.
too much.
Y'all off the
No, what
chain.
I'm saying is that I agree with you, men. I don't think it's good to say that all men cheat. Some people say that I'm being crazy, that they do. Some people swear up and down that Ben just made a lightweight statement that men cheat. Men cheat. He said, men think about they cheat. I don't think they all cheat.
Not
What do
all
you
men
guys
cheat.
think
Not
about
all
this?
men
What do you
cheat.
think?
And to be honest with you, some people are relationship fluid, and that goes more into having open relationships. I've had an encounter where someone is not accepting of whether I'm in an open relationship, for example, and they want me to themselves. And I'm like, no, I'm in a relationship with somebody else. I'm letting them know that I'm with you and you can meet this person and they're gonna be cool with us doing our thing, but it's open and we're gonna play it safe. We're not gonna do none of that raw dogging stuff going on. We're gonna keep it clean, but we can have a good time. And you can't accept those terms, you got to go. There's that going on right now. And there's a lot of people in the open relationships that's becoming popular. But
And how
that's just
popular is it to be open?
look at Will and Jada, entanglement with August. That's a perfect example. Um, that's what happened, and they were looked at as the perfect couple. I did it right. Picture perfect couple, and they were like the standard for a lot of Black people. Not everybody, but they were like a standard to go by. They made it in Hollywood. They're super rich, and look what happened. All their drama just got laid out bare.
So if you are open, or if you are bisexual, or whatever, does that take away from you being who you are?
For some people, it
Takes
can.
away from you being picture perfect
It
because of
could, because
what
people
your
have standards.
sexuality encounters?
Yeah, people have standards, and people feel like you should just be monogamous and you should be straight. That's what a lot of people think. But there are also people who think that you should be free to be who you are as long as you're honest and you're safe. So there's that as well. So
Honest, safe, and then when you talk about the open relationships just give each partner the okay and understanding that if you wanted to get with someone else, it'll be okay. You may have these rules of you let me know that this is what you're getting ready to do.
right.
And sometime they may want to meet them, I don't know. But they can't get mad at you about it
Nope.
because these are the terms that you guys have determined and you have to just deal with it. But emotions can come up where you can get jealous. You can wonder if it was better. You can wonder if how many times was it just one time? Is it going to be 100 times? I mean, you got to say emotions play a key in that.
You can't control how the next person feels. The only thing that you can really do is have open, honest communication, and that's it. If terms change later on in the arrangement, y'all got to talk about that. If you're not discussing that and you're just going around and being sneaky and not caring about the next person's feelings, you have to take some responsibility for that. So, in regards to the woman wanting to have an interracial relationship, if she's attracted to that person, there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with what she's saying is she's generalizing all Black men that she's encountered. She hasn't met all Black men.
No.
So she doesn't know what the possibilities are. She might come across a good dude and that might be able to take care of her and give her the things she needs. But it seemed to me like she might not even be satisfied with that. But that's just me assuming. Yeah. That's just my assumption.
Well, that's some good thought because yeah, you can't just say because we don't know the type of men that she has had either.
That's true.
She could have had some dog type of men and they were not clean cut. Just because that's what she liked, and this other race person it seemed to, turn her on. But she may have dated somebody totally opposite a few times. She may like a little bad boy, experience or something. She just had a couple of bad experiences, and then she wants to say the whole entire, African American race of Black men is just terrible.
She could have came across a Steve Urkel. She could have been a Laura, constantly dissing Steve Urkel. But you know what I mean?
So in this case, I think that she says she's in distress and that, she wants to know if she should wait for another good Black man who rings her doorbell. Or should she go
I say one thing to you. It's a whole lot of black folks that thought white people was their savior. And they went down the wrong path. Even recently, they thought that was the savior. Just because they skin tone don't mean they got character. So to be looking at somebody because of their skin tone is ridiculous. You asked them to be Torah.
I mean, you can't judge people by the color of their skin.
That's right.
It's good people in all races. It's bad people in all races.
That's it. There we go.
The white dude could be hanging around the Black dude she don't like.
That could be his boy just hooking him up. Like,
that could be his partner.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't know. And so, I wish her the best, but I say go for what you like and do what you do, whatever floats your boat, but don't generalize. Don't make it seem as though all is all is a big, very vicious word.
That's true.
Because statistically you can't prove it. To say all, you giving no room for, the other percentage that's not. You're saying all, And that's not fair. That's not fair. That's why I would never say all men cheat, because I just don't believe that they do. I believe that there are some men who really respect what they have. They do want to do the right thing. And if things don't go right, they back out of it. They get out of it. And what they do when they're not with you, that's their business. But they don't cheat. Not to say that they don't find other women attractive. It's just that they don't cheat on the woman that they are committed to. I don't think they all do. No, I don't feel they do. So I wish her the best and all that.
I wish her the best. I hope she finds what she's looking for.
Well, I hope they knock on the door like she said. She said, ring her doorbell. Ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
That could be the cable man, the telephone man, the pole climber, the weed cutter. That could be the pest man. It could be anybody. So be prepared. Take a walk around Home Depot. You run into all kinds. Let me tell you. Okay. Anyway. Oh, shut up. If you get cheated on, does that mean that you are not holding it down in the bedroom? What's your thoughts about that? So if a person goes out and cheat on you, the first thing some people want to say is, oh, you must not have been handling your business.
That's not true.
Is that somebody snoring?
No, I got my fan on in the background. So that's probably what
getting ready to throw an apple at whoever it was. I could have swore I heard somebody snoring. But no, seriously.
Both John and Ben are muted. No, I was trying to listen. I haven't cheated. I don't cheat, and I haven't been cheated on either. And so, but I've.
But can you say that somebody else told me this? They said you never know who the person you're with. You never know if they cheated on you or not. Only thing you can do is hope that they haven't, and just trust the fact that they being faithful to you or whatever. But can you wholeheartedly say 100% that you haven't been cheated on? How would you know?
I'll say I was in a situationship where I wasn't told everything, and they were still messing around with the baby daddy, but I didn't care because that was the baby daddy, and I didn't care if the baby daddy was hitting that because I was hitting that. So I wasn't tripping.
Oh, you was open-minded.
I didn't care. I didn't care, but
he was comfortable.
You didn't care, JJ. You didn't care because that was the baby daddy. But if that had been somebody that wasn't the daddy, it would have been different.
Yeah, it probably would have been different. But I knew the baby daddy was going in there and tapping out.
I mean, do you think that the baby daddy or the baby mama gets that kind of right to always be able to get hit or hit it?
No, once I realized that was going on, I went on and did my own thing. So I didn't care. But that's just me. That's how I look at it. But that doesn't mean. I mean,
you raise a good concerning question, because some people may think that because they've had a kid or two by somebody, oh, that's gonna always be my baby daddy. I can get that whenever I want to.
Right.
Or I can go hit my baby mama, especially if she ain't with nobody. She's single. And I'm going to tap her up. That's familiar territory.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I left that situation because it was toxic, to say the least. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, it's not a smart thing. You might as well have stayed with the person. The thing is, you're no longer with them, and you put yourself at open risk for a lot of things to happen, and you could get another baby potentially that's going to come into a very dysfunctional, toxic situation.
Yeah, I could have had a baby with her. Right, I could have had a baby with her, and then that whole thing would have been a mess. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
It would have been a mess, because once that seed is planted, you can't.
Oh damn, JJ, you was hitting it naked too.
A lot of people don't like using jimmies. They don't like putting on the plastic. I mean the what you call it?
The rubber.
Yeah, the latex.
Yeah.
They don't like.
They call it the pull-out game too, right? They do the pull-out game.
The pull-out game.
Don't work. Because there's still a couple of
showed
little
out.
them partners that get out before you pull it out. I'm telling
That's
you,
true.
get out. You
That's
can try to
very
pull
true.
out game all you want and see what's gonna happen.
Well, I ain't got nobody pregnant, so I'm good.
Well, you know your time is coming, and then they say when it comes, you can't stop them. Next thing you know, you got another one, you got another one, you got another one. So you at the prime age, you had a good season.
Got a church, huh?
But just because you get cheated on, don't mean that you're not doing anything. That you're doing anything like you're not putting it down in the bedroom or anything like that. That just means some people just want to have other options. They want to.
Some people just like variety, huh?
People just like variety. They got vanilla ice cream over here. They got chocolate ice cream over there, and they got Rocky Road over here. That's all it is. Just different flavors, and they can choose whenever they want. And you know, that doesn't make it right. I'm not the type. I don't want to do nobody like that. I think I like to just stay with one person. I think that eliminates a whole bunch of drama. It keeps you safe, and it's just better. You know that you're just with that one person, and things are good for the most part. Unless that other person cheats on you, unless the person you with cheats on you, and then you don't. I don't know. Do you want to keep getting cheated on? You know, like
I mean, I don't know. I've heard it a couple of times, you know, different ways where some will say, well, you must not have been taking care of your business if that person cheated on you. And then you have some that'll say, well, I did everything for them and took care of my business and they still cheated. And then they become terribly bitter because they feel like they gave 100 plus and this person, but that person, there's a lot of men and women who are out, especially when you go out to bars and stuff and you say you married or you in a relationship, first thing they want to ask is, well, are you happy?
Right. Right.
Are you
That's
happy?
true.
I've had that come to me a few times. Well, are you happy? And at first it kind of blew me back. Like, usually when you tell a person you married, that's usually, or in a relationship, that's usually enough to say, well, okay, that's a lucky brother. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I just want to tell you you're beautiful, whatever. But when they keep at it and, well, are you happy?
Because some people's perspective is you ain't got no business being at the bar anyway.
That's
what you at the bar for? You can go to liquor store and go make your combination at home.
After home with your man.
You can't stop after work on a Friday with your girls from work and get happy a little bit.
You can,
you could, but you run the risk. But
you opening the door. You putting the crack in the door.
Are you really looking for some because you're at the bar having a drink or two after work?
This is just people's assumptions. That's not my personal assumption, but that's a lot of people's assumptions. Is that you're out there. And even if you're married, that you just trying to see what your options are. Maybe you're trying to see if you still got it. So,
and they want to see if they can give it to you.
Right. So that doesn't make it right. That's just the way people think. And
why did you say wow? What was the wow for?
A little deeper. I really
Why
don't.
You say wow, Donna? What was the wow for? Wow.
Let me finish my thought. Let the hostess with the mostest finish her thought. I really wouldn't stereotype everybody that's at a bar that is looking for something. Now, there's people in there that's looking for something. Yes, it is. It's people at your job looking for something. It's people walking down the street in the grocery store looking for something. I just watched this movie called Fresh on Hulu. He was in the grocery store late night looking for something. Some body parts. Okay, watch the movie. So anyway,
I heard about that movie.
Yeah,
I don't think
that movie is good, but it's a trip. It's a trip. But
I might watch it.
People are looking for something everywhere, but to go, because I haven't been in a little while, but I used to go to a bar and, dance and have a good time, have my drink, conversation, socializing, flirt lightweight, not too much, and go home. It wasn't looking for anything. It was just the fact that it was nice to go home. And sometimes if you have somebody to go home to, it makes you appreciate much more who you coming home to.
I can see that.
You ready to jump on that person because you like, baby, I'm glad I ain't single no more. Man, I love you. And it makes you just appreciate that. And so it just depends on where you at up here with that, and how you allow people to respect you and in your space and the conversation. And if you talking in a way that you want to go home with that person because you do, that's something totally different. But
Can
not
I ask the question
everybody in
then?
the bar is looking for
Uh-oh.
something. What he
Can I
say?
can I
Ben
ask
got a
the question?
question. Uh-oh.
Because you said you were so glad to go home to your man and da 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 da. How comfortable was him with you going out on a regular basis? And obviously something ended the relationship because now you're single, right? So
Yeah, but
what you
me being single didn't have nothing to do with me going out sometime, because we had an understanding that,
how you know?
we talked about it. He was comfortable with me going out with my friends sometime. And I'm not talking about every weekend. I'm not talking about like I'm single. I'm just saying doing the girls thing sometime, and he would do the dude's thing or his own thing. He would sometimes go out and do what he did and come back home. So sometimes in a relationship or marriage, you do need to give that person some space. Sometimes going out like that it's just a reinforcement that, hey, I still got it,
Right.
or I'm just having fun with my friends or whatever. But it does make you, when you're doing the right thing about it, it makes you really appreciate what you have and appreciate that you're not in that single zone anymore, because you have something that's meaningful at home. But I don't think it should ever be a problem with it, giving your mate their space sometime to do things that they enjoy doing with their friends. Or sometimes some men will stop at the bar like sports time. They'll stop at the
That's
sports
true.
bar on the way home from work because the Raiders is playing. And it's like, babe, I'm at the bar, I'm having a few drinks with Bob or whatever, and I'm just down here watching the game. Okay, honey, what time you? Oh, I'll see you when you get home. I mean,
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with that. So, um, you have to be able, now if a person is consistent with it every single weekend or 2 and 3 times a week, they want to be hanging out like that. It's like, well, wait a minute, you miss being single, or you got something, you and the bartender got a thing, or what? You know what I'm saying? You start to then question things, because a lot of that time you should be including your partner. You should be saying, well, babe, I'm going to be down here at the spot we go to, you know, every couple times a month. Why don't you come on down here and
Exactly. And
have
that
a
builds
drink
that
with me,
trust.
sweetheart. I'm at the bar when you first walk in. You'll see me. Come on down. And
I
she'll
live
be
with a
like,
couple
oh,
that
yes.
I
Okay,
live with a
babe, I'm
couple that used
coming.
to do that. They
Yes.
we used to go out to the bar and he would call his wife and be like, hey, come over here. I don't want to
Yeah.
go. Yeah, she's like, I don't want to go. He like, bring your ass. And she's like, okay. So she come to the bar and they playing pool together. I thought it was cute.
It's
I
cute.
liked it. It was
And
cute.
it don't have to be every time he go,
It
but
wasn't
it's
every
just
time.
sometime doing things together and including your mate. That's a wonderful thing. And if they do it without you, and you met them 9 times out of 10, you either met them in a club,
Mm-hmm.
or they like to party and do what they do. You accepted it in the beginning before you said I do. So now
Right.
that they married you, you got this thing or this issue about them sometime going to do the same things they were doing before, but they shouldn't do it in excessive because they're married now. But they need to do it sometime. That's okay. You're gonna be
It's
right
all
at
about
home waiting on boo boo. Get in the bathtub, sprinkle your good smell good, put on something nice,
good.
fluff your hair, lay back on the bed, and be waiting for Big Daddy. Big Daddy
It,
gonna be ready for you too.
and
That's
it's
how you
all
do
about
it.
balance. It's
You know
all
what I'm saying?
about
It's
balance.
about the balance. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
nobody every time I say me and the girls is getting ready to stop and we going to have dinner or after work once a month, or we're going to have a drink. I don't, what? I mean, unless it's interfering with something he and I had planned, I'm not going to book nothing on something we have planned. But if he's sick or not feeling well, or it's a situation where I just really should cancel, I will. But if you just got an issue with me going out sometime with my friends, no. Mm-mm.
Absolutely.
That's not good. That's not good for a relationship. So anyway, yeah. So that what was we at? We got a few more minutes. We gonna throw one more thing in there. We was talking about the cheating. Does it really mean that, a person is not doing what they're supposed to do? And then we got off track and went there about what we was just talking about, going out and this and that. And you have got to give your person space, you guys. So, well, my last question of the night is going to be a grown folk question.
Uh-oh.
So it goes like this. Your bedroom is your own personal experience. But wait, what if he wanted you to use a on him behind the closed doors? Men, is this okay? Or is it a shame to even think of as to why a man would ask his woman?
I can't.
You know what? Let me finish the question, you guys. You guys are a mess.
I'm sorry.
John just totally muted. He doing too much. But anyway.
Ooh, yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, I say your bedroom is your own personal experience. But wait. What if he wanted you as the woman to put on a strap on behind closed doors with just you and him? Men, is this okay? Or is it a shame to even think of as to why a man would ask his woman to do this?
I actually live with a roommate that they moved me and my partner in, and I found out that later on that they were abusing the girlfriend, but the girlfriend ended up telling me that they like a strap-on being used on them.
Abusing her? What you mean they was abusing?
She was throwing bows at her, knocking her around. And I ended up helping her out of that situation. But
wait a minute, what did you say? Did you say humping her out of it? What did you say?
I said help her out of the situation.
Ben, I don't know if you need your hearing aid today or something. But
no, he's trying to make it more than what it was. I didn't hump her out of the situation. I had my own person to hump, so I didn't need that. Yeah. I moved us out of the situation, but I also helped her. But yeah, he liked getting a strap-on used on him. And I don't know why she told me that. I laughed. I thought I had never. He was very straight acting. He was very like he don't swing that way. But
does that necessarily means he's swinging anyway because he wants her to use a strap-on?
It's a slippery slope because, to be honest with you, it could be. Some people look at it as a fetish. And they're like, okay, well, if a woman's doing it, then it's okay. And what straight men and women do in the bedroom is between men. But some people are like, no, that dude is fruity. So that's just two different perspectives. That
if a woman, if you asking your woman that thinks you're straight, of course, you've been with her, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you want her to use this on you, and you are extremely enjoying it when she uses it. The woman is going to have some.
You just show up one day out of nowhere, huh?
Well, actually,
yeah, I mean, I mean, it's
Just
like
show up
going
one
to
day.
the.
That's it, huh?
It's like going to the. It's like going to the toy store, and you're looking around for stuff, and the woman is looking around for her little toys, and he's looking at some of these things, and he gets one because he wants to try something different. I mean, is that okay for, I mean, I can see if you talked about it early on in your relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Not
a
for me to judge. Like what?
I mean, it's up to what that woman wants to be. Because to be honest with you, there's a situation on
That's
Tyler
right.
Perry's Sisters that deals with that, where one of the characters asks one of the female characters to use a dildo on them. And she's uncomfortable with it, but she wants to try it. She tries it on him. She's uncomfortable. She and on top of that, he was raised by two gay men, two gay white men. So that it was very off-putting for her. She wasn't feeling that. She was wondering if he was gay. He was also hanging out in gay clubs. Not to give away the whole story, but
that was on Tyler Perry's
Jesus
Sisters.
Christ.
It was
I mean,
Tyler Perry's Sisters.
You don't went
I
too.
like that.
You
I
don't
like
went
that,
all the
but
way
I
to the
must have
dark
missed
side of
that.
it.
Yeah, but I mean, he wanted that. He wanted that type of pleasure, but he wanted a woman to do it. He wasn't messing around with dudes. He just wanted to have something put up him, and
I mean, there's a lot of people who
He wasn't messing around the dudes, but he hung at the gay bar.
He was, because his parents. You got to remember he was raised by two gay white men. He was adopted by two gay white men, so he was hanging around in the gay club because he was used to that environment. But he was attracted to women. He just wanted to try that situation with the dildo. So
he wanted to see what his two dads did on a regular basis, but he wanted a woman to do it.
That's basically what it was. That's what I think. They said in the show that the dads wasn't doing that in front of him. Maybe they sent him off to a babysitter while they did their thing, but he was still curious. He wanted to see what it was like. So, the woman was off put by it. She didn't really want to deal with him, and so we're still seeing how that story unfolds. Actually, I'm on the third season.
I want to see that because that's another judgmental situation.
It's a good topic because it challenges sexuality and fluidity, and just people doing things in the bedroom and being experimental. Basically,
because if you really, really get deep into it, which we don't have a lot of time to do that right now, but if you get really deep into it, people do. Straight couples, they try all kinds of kinky things sometime and in their bedroom, in their privacy, and that's okay. Nobody judges it. It's like a lot of
people think bringing a woman.
They even want to bring another person,
and your woman eating on her and stuff. They think it's okay.
Yeah.
That was the issue. It was to me, it was a repressed issue. It was a control issue. Like, don't tell nobody that I'm doing this, and to ensure that you don't tell nobody that I'm doing this, I'm gonna do domestic violence against you and make sure that to control you and make you feel some type of way. But I also want you, when we go do our thing, I want you to do this to me in the bedroom. And that's what was going on. And I was just like, I had enough. I was like, let me get out of this situation. When you're in a roommate type of situation, you get all kinds of crazy people. And that's why I won't do that no more. I'm cool. I don't,
especially if you don't know the history of that roommate. They're not a friend of you know what I'm saying? There's someone that you just...
It was a complete stranger. So to have to, be in that situation, that was horrible. Wow. That was a lot. Yeah.
Well, I just think that, people shouldn't judge, and I mean, I don't know. I can't really say. I'm not gonna say how I would react in a situation like that because I really just don't know. I've never had to deal with, a man wanting me to strap on something. I think
Hey,
out of the blue, it
But
may
you would be
it
open
may
to it
mess
though,
with
right?
my high a little bit. My Ciroc may go boing, yoing, yoing. I mean, I may be asking some questions of why, but I don't think I would judge his manhood based on that. I just would want to know, well, why all of a sudden is this just a fantasy or something you just want to try for whatever,
people
reason?
have people
Would you
have
be
their
okay with it?
fetishes.
Would you do it for him? Would you do that for him, Donna?
And I would tell him he was a bad boy, bad, bad boy, bad boy,
Yeah, there
bad
you go.
boy.
See?
Yeah. See,
That's
I
what's
knew
up.
it. I knew it.
Hey,
Talking
it's
about
about.
domination.
Nah, I didn't say a word. I see John that came back on the screen with that one.
I see
I
He done
see.
came back,
domination.
but I'm not saying, that is right or wrong. I'm just saying if you know the character of the person you're with and you're connected in that way and you are familiar with one another, it's just trying out something new. I don't think it would make me want to judge their manhood per se or nothing like that, but um it kind of would raise my eyebrow to want to ask a few questions like, where is this coming from, why all of a sudden you want to, you want me to do this to you. And then but it's about pleasing one another. You care about them, you love them, you want to please one another. So if it's not causing harm to them or causing harm to you, but I know some would probably say, oh no, there's something wrong with that brother, he didn't got plucked or something. No, you better leave that alone. Some people would just judge that way.
People have their fetishes, and I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I just didn't understand the abuse part. Like, have your kink, have your fetish, but don't beat her up. Like, that's out of
Yeah,
pocket. She
not
didn't
the abuse.
deserve
And
that.
some do
Yeah,
get
she didn't
turned on
deserve
by
that.
the beating and just the fact that somebody is in a submissive state. There's people who are really into feet. They like
Mhm.
toes and stuff. You know what I'm
Eat.
saying? And yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
like your feet to be pretty and sparkly nail polish. The more sparkly, the more they're
Mm,
turned on. And
mm.
there's a lot of stuff going on out there.
I
And
just watched the
some
Blind
don't
Date
want to
episode
put
on that.
nowhere near their mouth. They like, you ain't putting your foot. No, no.
I watched the Blind Date episode where this dude was in a swimming pool and he had to just lick her toes. He was all in between the toes and everything with the
Yeah,
tongue.
some are into
Yeah.
the toe thing. It's a big turn
Yeah.
on to them. So, perhaps the strap on was just something. He might have just wanted to
Oh
try
my
it.
God. I'm sorry. I just got in here. Don't mean I'm
Who
just
is that? Who is that? Is that John in
That's
the car
John.
so he can get
Mhm.
jiggy with it?
no.
John,
Y'all
Oh my God.
you had to
somebody
go
just
Jam,
in the car
strap
in
on.
the dark.
Yeah.
jam,
We gonna
toe
give you
Somebody
jam.
strap on.
the last 10 minutes, John. We know you ain't been able to really get into the conversation. We talking about the strap on.
Mm.
And that's for who?
That's the woman is the man is requesting that his woman put on a strap on.
Oh. Oh.
A strap on for him.
That's suspect.
See what I told you? Some people would think that is something wrong with the dude. Why does it have to be something wrong with him by wanting to try something new?
I didn't say nothing wrong with him. I said that's suspect. So
Yeah,
she
you
should
was in
have a
Clay, you
conversation.
lived in Concord. You lived in Concord all your life. You probably wouldn't trip.
I mean,
I think this is the thing. If he's, say for instance, he's bisexual, he should make that clear to her so she can make the decision on if she wants to continue to be with him like that. because that would raise the question. I'm not knocking him, his sexuality, but it's just the fact is, if you're with a woman and all of a sudden you're requesting certain things that can, what is say, lead us back to you like in the same sex gender, the same gender sex, then he should make that clear so she can say, it's just like if it was another woman. But for him to go that route, that's not, to me, that's just me. I don't think that's a heterosexual move.
Well, if a woman is requesting of her man to let her girlfriend come into the room with them, does that mean that she's bisexual?
But that's why.
Or does it mean that she just want to try something different?
That's why I said you got to have the conversation, because that doesn't seem to invite anybody. Anytime I'm like this, anytime you cross in heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, whatever, it should be known. You shouldn't leave nobody in the dark like that, because so many things have done happen over time. What if this guy, I'm not saying this guy, but what if it's some guy who is bisexual, but he don't tell his girlfriend, and then the guy he's messing with probably don't know he has a girlfriend, and then they run into each other, and the girl try to go after the guy, and the guy go to protect himself and knock the hell out of him. You got all these scenarios.
There's possible scenarios, yeah. That's true.
So, but he just, hey, she should have asked him. She should have said, "Oh, how do you?" Well, at some point, she should ask, "How do you? What is your preference? Whatever." And let her make that choice. And that's what if I was with a girl and she said she wants to invite another girl, well, I want to know her choice. What is her preference? Because that's not a heterosexual move.
Okay.
So just like this, let's flip it. Two guys are in a relationship. And the other guy say, I want to invite a woman. Well, that guy should be questioning him. That's not a homosexual move, right?
Right.
So he should be asking him, are you bisexual? Are you into women too? This is something that should be shared. Hey, I'm into women too.
Well, that should be the talk, because he wants her to wear a strap on.
Yeah, if I was a woman, I'll sure be asking what time it is.
But she might be into that.
Well, but you give her that choice.
That's true.
You let her make the decision. Because I'm like this. I'm going to have to be, so it's like this. Especially if y'all bareback. So you bareback. That's just like if a guy say he messing with another woman. Well, I'm quite sure that woman don't want to know, is he wearing a condom? Because that's what a lot of women say. Did you wear protection? Some of the women ain't ready to leave just yet, but they want to know, did you wear protection?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all fairness. I want to know where we going. Because even if it's another woman and she say, yeah, I'm into other women, and she going down on the other women, but I'm slobbing all in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where that other woman being. Shoot. Come giving me yeast tongue.
He say a yeast tongue. You know what, John? Now that's the first time I've heard that, a yeast tongue.
I'm just clowning.
But it is such a thing. You can't get the yeast. You can't get the yeast in the mouth.
And it's not for baking bread.
It ain't for breaking bread. No. And you got all that white stuff all in your tongue and all that, looking just crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I don't. Wow. Yeah. I would say just not be judgmental about it and talk about it. You definitely got to talk about something like that. To spring that on somebody, like John say, even if it's two, if you're in a gay relationship and all of a sudden, your partner out of the blue want to bring a woman in the middle of it, I guess that would be trippy, and y'all never really talked about it, but strap on thing, you're in the sex toy store and you run into a few things and you're getting what a woman gets, her little battery operated toys, and he eyeballs the strap on and he gets it and he wants her to use it, he wants them to play with it. I mean, why judge him, right?
Right.
That's what I say, why judge him? But that was just an interesting topic I just had to bring out there for you guys. You know how we have to
Yeah, that
throw
was.
a little curveball in
I was just
the
about
end.
to say that was a curveball.
Yeah, that one was a curveball. That one
I
made
wasn't
you guys
expecting that one.
and and these questions are wonderful. They are real life. They are things that will have you think. They are things that will have you talk about them later. And when you watch these videos, please share, tell a friend, have somebody join in. We do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. on YouTube and 6:30 Zoom. We chime in and we have some pre-fun. And sometimes they keep me on here after the show just a little too long, y'all. But they ain't doing that tonight. But
We
I want
know.
to tell
No.
you, thank you for joining in tonight on the Donna Smith Show. We appreciate you. We will be looking for you next Sunday. Everybody's kind of tired today, so we gonna end this right about now. Next Sunday is the 27th. Wow, the end of the month, huh? Okay, we're gonna see you guys then. Thank you so much. This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith. See you next week. Bye.